Hello everyone, my name is Tifalon and I'm on the quest to find the perfect game. Today I'm going to take a look at Guild Wars 2, an action MMORPG made by a company called ArenaNet. It was released in 2012 and wanted to redefine, or at least innovate, the classic MMORPG mechanics. Let's take a closer look if they succeeded. ArenaNet wanted to take a step away from the static hotkey based MMO and, as you might have heard, have a more flexible system. And I must say, it works and it feels great. Everything makes sense, monsters can block your projectiles, and if you try to hit someone behind them, they can be blocked by environment, and I never imagined how important dodge rolls can be. It's so essential in dungeons and certain boss fights, and especially in PvP combat. Everything is less pattern, but more skill dependent. In the beginning I was disappointed with the number of skills available for a class, as it's nothing compared to Guild Wars 1. I even lost interest, but after a friend explained to me what it's all about, I found a whole new world in there. ArenaNet broke it down to the basics. Why do some MMOs have two skills, one that hits once for 100 damage and one that hits 5 times for 20 damage each? Guild Wars 2 just got rid of all the unnecessary skills and made every skill do something very different. Another strong point is the world. As it first all looks very magical, you will soon find, once you find your first secrets and visit more maps, that everything is been crafted and placed with a lot of love. It's an incredible environment with so much variety. I really want to point out the crafting in this game, because it's one of the best ones I've seen in any fantasy MMORPG. It's not only something that's nice to do, and a cool feature to have, but in Guild Wars 2 it is essential. Legendary gear, the most powerful pieces in the game, need to be crafted and cannot be found. But doing so is tied to almost ridiculous amount of work, so that crafting such a weapon is really something. In Guild Wars 2, everything you do gives you something back. When you mine or gather materials, you get experience, and when you explore, you get rewards. There is, as far as I can see, not a clear end to it. Guild Wars 2 is much more than just to get to level 80. It actually doesn't matter what level you are. You can do almost anything in the game with any level.
Well, Legionnaire, ready to claim
The main storyline, however, wasn't the greatest. Locations felt mostly arbitrary, NPCs get introduced and suddenly disappear or appear again and you have no idea why. And since it was so confusing understanding any connections, I stopped following the story. The main story in Guild Wars 2 is a weak spot in my opinion. However, with the added content of the living world, it got much better.
Let's clear out these
While Dungeons and World vs. World are mechanically very interesting and challenging, I feel that the community has developed dull strategies to play that content. While in Dungeons, the best rewards you get are defeating the bosses, of course, and because time is gold, players would skip a lot of content along the way just to beat the dungeon as quickly as possible to do another run. In some dungeons, this isn't possible, fortunately. In World vs. World, the most common strategy is to run around with the Zerg, a group of hundreds of people, to take over point after point instead of strategically defending your forts. It's not ArenaNet's fault, but the strategies that have been developed over time make it a little dull. That leaves me with the final question. Is Guild Wars 2 the perfect game I'm looking for? Unfortunately not, but it comes really close to it. Guild Wars 2 is my MMO of choice, provides tons of content for no subscription fee. They also announced the first expansion after 2 years, which not only tackles a lot of the weak spots of the game, but promises to keep innovating the MMORPG genre. So for the 5 people who haven't tried Guild Wars 2 yet, give it a go. If you want to join me, get on server Riverside. I put my main character's name in the description. My name has been Sirfalon, and I continue my quest to find the perfect game.